empowering the next generation. Women shaping the future in the GCC and MENA.
So we're going to start with every beautiful lady which we have. We have Amrita, welcome. We have Lin Hu, welcome. And we have Joanna. Each one in different field, and all of them is with tech. So the panel discussion today is about empowering the next generation, women shaping the future in GCC and MENA region. And that I give the mic to each one to present herself shortly. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amrita Sethi, and I'm the first NFT digital and physical artist. I used to be a banker, and I went from being in the corporate world to running my own business in both art, tech, health, and wealth as well.
Hi, my name is Joanna Ufniak. I'm running Magic Mondayz, which is a recruitment and HR consultancy.
Hello, my name is Laila Peteri. I work as a consultant for Exinity, a fintech company, and I'm also shareholder in one of the fastest growing shoe companies in the Nordic region who have created their own blockchain. So love anything blockchain and technology.
Amazing. Like I see, each one have her own vision and her target, but the success is one. As a leadership, all of you pass through and you know what it is when you start your business. What's the hardest shift from the corporate leadership to launch your own ventures? We start with Lee.
I think the thing is when you come from a corporate world, you are quite used to having a lot of support, a lot of people who back you, and probably also bigger budgets. I think when you start your own business, you have to learn to actually become humble, but I always believe to be humble is a good thing. And you have to become a jack of all trades. You have to be a master networker. And you have to believe in yourself and be confident when everybody is going to tell you, if it was that easy, somebody else would already have done it. So I always say that I think, unfortunately, a lot of women don't have that trait to be that confident when they keep getting no. So confident. And when women begin to realize that confidence is not about being arrogant and think that you're better than other people, but you just stop caring what other people are thinking about you. And that's how I did it.
So that's beautiful. I mean, get confident in yourself and shape your future in proper way and make your decision and never let opportunity run from you. What you can add to that, my lady?
Yeah, for me, I shifted quite young. I was around 25, 26 when I started the business. It kind of like went from, someone guiding my hand all the time, always having someone to call, having teams that I can outsource things to being completely on my own. And trying to, like Lina said, be kind of like someone who juggles 5 different things at the same time. It teaches you to change your mindset very quickly, and also like just adjust how you work on a daily basis, but also be humble and take responsibility for your actions. I think that very often, when we working in a corporate background, large companies, there's always someone to blame. When you're on your own, it's all on you. So I think that just, very quickly kicked in for me.
That's true. We have to take responsibility and to be focused in our future. So, Amrita.
Yeah, so I would to add to that is that, yes, to take responsibility, but also very important not to be too hard on oneself as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, as I think also specifically as women, we tend to try to either be perfectionists or try to keep everything as is. And some things just don't go your way. You make mistakes along the way, but you have to kind of get up very quickly and learn from those. I'm somebody who I didn't just change from the corporate. I actually changed complete careers as well. So I went from being a banker to an artist in tech. And I think that just being able to really let, to let your curiosity keep driving you and to know that actually you can kind of do anything if you put your mind to it. The resources out there, the learning, you have to learn and implement as fast as you can, test and learn, and get the feedback, and then just keep moving forward from there.
Well, as Amrita, you are your experience is large in corporate companies, the private sector, and also as artist. So you've seen a lot. How can companies scale diverse with high performance team in GCC and MENA region, because your experience is more in GCC? How you see that can be?
Yeah, so I think it's about being able to, especially in GCC, is working with, international people. And I think that when you live in Dubai, I've luckily called UAE my home for the last 15 years. You have to really understand and be very culturally diverse, and understand that everybody works in different ways. So how do you stitch those different cultural identities together to make a really high-performing team?
So we back to cultural, because she talked about diversity. And as you are visiting in Dubai, Middle East, with Sigma, with international people, and we see the globe coming to Sigma Group today, these joint ventures, and we see not only economy, we're shaping here economy and culture. So let's talk about what the culture shift are you reshaping as leadership in opportunity at the moment with this all diversity you see? You, Aline.
Joanna.
Me, sorry. So I think a lot of the things is that people don't understand each other. I think working, so for instance, here in Dubai, we have around 300 in our office, and it's a very, I think we just realized it's like 40 different nationalities. And one of the things that's very important is respect each other's culture, respect each other's religion, respect each other's everything. So enforcing one set of rules for everybody is wrong, and it's, in all fairness, it's disrespectful for it. It doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter what you believe in, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you feel your country is just having one set of rules, like for instance, a London office, obviously some people want to have Christmas, some people want to have Ramadan. So instead we just said, you know what, you have 40 holidays, and you decide when you want to use them. If you want to use them for Christmas, good on you, but you don't have to. Like this is the thing. And I think this is one of the reasons our teams are so happy, and we have a very low turnover of people, simply because they feel respected, they feel that they're heard. They don't have to feel bad about doing a prayer. They don't have to feel bad about anything. And I think another thing that I also think is very important, get all type of people. And I'm not saying this because I'm close to 50 myself, but I realized there's so much about age. It's like young people, and I think like young people is like afraid of being close to old people, because now, they're also going to be old. But you are going to get old, but not because of me or because of other old people. It's just going to happen.
So beautiful.
So to keep that experience around, if you want high performance, energetic people, you want all kind of experience coming in. So again, because I think it's actually a lot of young people from what I can see, but I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know. But
Lee.
Sorry, don't be afraid of old people.
Amazing.
Don't be afraid of old people. Enjoy the experience that we are bringing to the table as well. So that was it. That was a little bit advertising for old people.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, it was amazing. Joanna, I know you're doing HR. Same question, but in a different way. As HR, you are recruiting people in tech and on others' job. And what's the barrier of culture on that, and how you see that shift when you are recruiting people to others' country?
I think like the barrier in culture, having like female leaders, what I would like to see is kind of like removing the female from the leadership and just speaking about having good leaders, strong leaders, or leaders who are not performing. So this is still something that I would like to see improving moving forward, but there is a long way to get there. And I think many companies already now are very serious about diversity and inclusion. They are introducing equal parental leave and all those things that help support women to have equal opportunities. But I think there is still a lot to be done in that field.
Super. As you bring the women to the pot, you know that Sigma World, I start with them many years, and every year I see more women's coming to tech, and it's become competition with the men very aggressive, and we've seen more women involved in AI, in fintech, in gaming, and we want more and more. It's not to compete, but to collaborate, because the principle of Sigma is collaboration, globalization. So, how can women drive innovation in fintech, AI, and digital marketing? Because we use the face of women in marketing, and most of people who want to sell more, they use our beauty, wherever it is. Diversity, it's a woman on the spot. So how you see that? And the question to all of you, one by one. Thank you.
Yes, so as an artist, what I try to do is I try to inspire kind of change through art and technology. And a phrase that I create is like, it's called art edutainment. So I use my art in a way that educates people, but in an entertaining way. And I used all the latest tech in my art to showcase that, because reality is that man or women, we're kind of scared of change, right? And so tech, especially like, you know, if I work in Web3, blockchain, NFTs, AI, AR, it's all quite scary. And so what I do is with my art is I showcase how these new technologies are being used, but in a way that almost anyone can do. If you're a brand, you can use it. So I don't know if you guys have been to the DIFC. I've painted the largest augmented reality mural at the DIFC. And I can also just stop talking.
I know that is a big ocean to talk about it, because it's not about I, it's about we, and when we talk about the women, is all of us. Go ahead, finish, not for you.
But I would
finish.
like to add to that, because because you don't want to take space, and I think that's exactly the problem. Not that you don't want to do it, but women don't want to take space. I think there's a couple of things for this. Women, for some reason, we are competing with each other instead of supporting each other. And I don't want to be rude. Like, come on, how many women are down there right now? That should be like, I'm sorry, it should be full of women supporting women up here, like we're supporting each other. But for some reason, women are competing with each other. We're competing with men and each other. Instead of lifting each other up, men are competing with each other. They're like, hey, let's, and they're happy for each other, supporting each other openly. Ooh, I'm not going to like that post because you didn't like my post. Come on, this is too petty.
Joanna.
I wanted to hear about this, I want to hear about amazing things that other women are doing. If we should have a chance to be, and the thing is, women are smart. We're not just beautiful, we're smart. And honestly, most moms are extremely patient too, because we are used to, getting lots of criticism all the time. We have to begin to support each other more. And I think that is the thing. So I don't know. I don't think that was. I don't think that was the answer to the question. But that's the thing. Don't be shy to take space. And I think. Oh, sorry. I think I maybe just kept.
Joanna.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
You are right.
And I completely agree with you. I think just giving people the space is what's really important. So to finish my point is that using tech as a way to help people break the barrier.
Exactly.
Please, Joanne.
So going back to tech, because that's definitely a little bit more in my field, I feel like having more women will make the products more personalized to diverse audiences, and I think that's incredibly important in fintech, also in AI, to remove bias from some algorithms and models. I think that's what we want to see more these days.
Thank you. Amrita, I admire you because you're changing your activity according to your inspiration. As an artist and digital market, it's not easy sometimes. You think those talent, a lot of talents there is, what's the key of attraction to keep them top talented in energy, engaging in the market?
I think just getting them to really buy into your story, really understand what you're trying to do, and then to bring people along with you.
And what the artists, when you merge it with the digital, I know you do Canva, you do NFT, a lot of things. What that inspire you to the digital market as artists, not as tech?
So just being able to tell, well, I do believe artists are storytellers of their time. And so what I try to do is just capture the mood today. And, somebody in however many years will be like, well, what were the artists telling and what tools and brushes were they using in 2025?
Beautiful. Joanna, we come back to your profession because you are an HR management. So how you attract the talented people, how you recruit them and attract them to digitalization, because the competition is hard and everyone now is HR, but how you get the right talented people to the right company, how you do your due diligence.
I feel like people know when the culture is authentic and when it's not. And they will always go with those companies that actually don't put just a mission and vision signs on the windows, but actually live by those values every day. And those values are also kind of visible in what the leaders are doing and in their daily actions. So I think that's definitely a thing that attracts talent, but what makes them stay is also just being consistent, providing feedback, giving people very clear career opportunities that's sustainable. So I would say they're attracted by the culture and the vision of the business, but they need to see it in the daily actions to actually stay within that business.
So back to you, the superstar. You love the mic. You love digitalization. You have a large team, and they are with you everywhere. So I'm not gonna ask you about talent. I'm gonna ask you about the fuel of resilience to the team in terms of success. How you leverage that to be successful in the world of tech and innovation and digitalization.
So I always try to surround myself with people who I genuinely believe can be much better than me in the field. I think, and that's again back to eliminate any kind of feeling of competition, but only try to maintain the growth. I always say to people when I hire them, one day you should be good enough to take my job, and I will do everything I can to make you go to that. Also because that means I will be promoted, because it's easier to promote people if you have a replacement for the person already. And I think that is one of the things, if you already give people that feeling of accomplishment, I can reach the stars if I want to, if I work hard. And I believe very much in the growth mentality, in challenges and growth. I always say to my children, the biggest skill you can have is to pivot. Learn how to pivot a situation for like being a banker and find beauty in digital art. Pivoting the technology you find. And I think the more we inspire our teams to do that, to not be limited by conventional thinking, by what you should do. Don't think about always being the nice girl. There's nothing wrong about being a nice girl. But you also have to learn to be fearless, to be brave, which I think, to change your career is bravery. And there will be this in the doubt. When you have your team and they will have this in their stomach, ooh, I cannot do it. And this is where you as a leader have to make sure that they, even if they doubt themselves, even if I doubt myself, still having that.
You're the one to guide.
Yeah.
You want to add any things before I ask next? Anyone have something to add? Okay. During many years, I've seen Sigma, a world, really challenging a lot of people. And the number in this, especially Sigma Eurasia, increasing. And I see them all over the world in the 5 continents. I see that engagement. I see that growth. I see many companies and diversity, unity, inclusion. We've seen a lot. I mean, today, Sigma is making a big impact and challenge about the growth. So, what is the most efficacious a way to empower diversity in fast-growing companies? How you will advise us about that? Thank you.
Should I take this one then?
Yes.
I think we need to start on the top. We have too many leadership teams just led by men across different industries. It's not only the problem in the industries that we are at, but I think we're never going to create diverse teams if leadership teams are not diverse. Moving down to talent acquisition, it's the same thing. I think we need to always keep that into consideration when growing things moving forward, and again, kind of have it spread it out throughout the culture and throughout the business. Making diversity your business strategy is kind of something that you want to go after.
Very beautiful. Amrita?
Sorry, just repeat the question, please.
The question, how you see the fast growth of companies, what you can advise?
I mean, I think it's what, Lynn was saying earlier, that you have to be ready to pivot, especially within tech. Tech is moving at such a fast pace,
Exactly.
like even the way, and I call it bleeding edge. Well, I mean, we call it bleeding edge tech because it's literally like, as we're doing it, we're operating and there's blood is coming out. So it's just trying to understand how can you actually really make a difference in a market where there's no real path and you're actually pioneering the path.
Very good. So, my leader, do you have something to add? Because we are moving to the last question.
I know, I will try to make it short then. I will try to make
please.
it short. But again, as my fellow panelists have already said, as I said already before, I really believe in pivoting. I see a lot of companies who have done things in a certain way for 10 years or 15 years, particularly in online entertainment, and it worked well. Why should we change? And then at the same time, they're complaining, but we cannot see any changes in the revenue. Why is it going down? And then we see, and I don't want to be rude to men because there's a couple of guys sitting here, and then we see men trying to make female-facing campaigns because they made it pink. And it's like, guys, you know what? It's not enough to make pink, put some flowers on it. Get some women in to actually, I'm sorry, this is just a very common thing we've seen in online entertainment quite a lot. If you make it cute enough, then women will buy it and start using it. And all those have just gone down because it doesn't work like that. Actually begin to find a way to utilize women, get them in, as we already discussed, into the senior leadership. That's okay, we start singing soon.
They're louder than us.
Yeah, we have to yell. So that's the whole thing. Make sure that everybody are heard. Make sure that even a junior person as well feel that they are allowed to be heard. Because that is how you create that. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Minutes. They are kicking my brain, that's why. Okay, so as we've seen the big shift and the big work from Sigma, Eurasia, Africa, America, Asia, Europe Med, Central Africa, Central Europe, everywhere, the growth place doesn't have a place. Digitalization taking a big ampleur, especially during the COVID. We've been transform all of us digital and transform all our place work from our home. But today, things are changing. We say gaming. We say the world shift in fintech. We see a lot of things. Even with the art, we're using digitalization. We breathe digital, we breathe tech, we talk tech, and we will not forget the humanity. But my question is, what's the biggest workplace shift we'll see in the next 5 years? As we've seen the digitalization taking the market, where do you think that it will be our workplace?
I guess that still works, so maybe I can take that question. What I see more and more is not about the hybrid remote. I'm going to be quick. It's about adjusting kind of like the corporate to our lifestyle and not the other way around. So I don't think whether we work remotely or we work from an office, this is not going to matter. People will choose their jobs based on whether this position and the company fits in their lifestyle in the future.
So unfortunately, nobody heard Amrita saying AI, which I absolutely agree, and I think that's
Yes.
going to be the biggest change. And I think with AI, we are going to see a much more, I would say, multicultural. We already see that the online entertainment has one of the biggest social, actually people with more or less no education can join this industry, which is one of the best things about it. That people who have skills, who have grit, and I think because of AI, we're going to see it even more because it's going to help people with the language barriers that we see can be a problem at this point.
Thank you so much. In one word, you have to wrap that. What's Sigma future today with tech? One word.
Exciting.
Innovation.
Disruption.
The world together with Sigma World. Thank you. I present you Amrita, Lynn, and Joanna. Thank you to the team of Sigma. It was amazing, and we are so blessed to be always with Sigma World. Thank you to all the team. Our panelists with us, amazing. Thank you. Clap your hand for them. Thank you.